How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be continuing the Halloween What If special with What If King Piccolo won. If you missed the last two villains, Pilaf and Commander Red, getting their victories, then make sure to click the link above to check out the playlist there. Now, we're finally getting into the super villains winning story, so I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to that. If this video gets around 400 likes, I'll be happy to continue this little series, as it would make me feel pretty happy getting that many likes right now since I don't really get that much anymore. Before we begin, huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons for all of your support, as it means so much. If you want to become a patron and help support me and the channel, then make sure to click the link down below to pledge, as it would really mean a lot. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's get right back into this video. We begin with the final showdown between the Demon King Piccolo and Son Goku. Piccolo is holding Tien hostage and is blowing rocks at Goku to cripple him. Goku is on the ground, so damaged he can't even stand anymore. Piccolo laughs at Goku, since this brat who's given him so much trouble this whole time is helpless before him. Piccolo throws Tien right on top of Goku, and then prepares the largest blast he can from the ground this time, instead of flying up into the air to give Goku enough time to charge a blast or launch himself up. Piccolo fires his most powerful blast at Goku, point-blank range, and obliterates both him and Tien in a single blast. Since it was so powerful, it totals most of the rest of the area, which alerts Yamcha, Bulma, and Launch of something really big happening. Piccolo laughs devilishly in triumph. That brat is finally no more. He was probably the most powerful foe he's ever faced, but now he is gone. And with the Cyclops gone as well, the Mafuba isn't a threat to him anymore. Yamcha, Bulma, and Launch arrive to see that Piccolo is the last man standing. And they don't even get to land, since Piccolo shoots them out of the sky with just a finger beam. Piccolo is sick of these martial artist heroes and isn't going to be dealing with them anymore. Unfortunately, both Piano and Drum are dead now, so he's going to have to make some more demons. That way he doesn't just have this planet for himself, and he can spend it with more of his kind. Piccolo goes off to fulfill his promise of destruction, and goes to destroy the City of the West. Luckily, Goku held off long enough for a good chunk of people to leave the city, but not everybody, including Dr. Brees and his wife, who didn't want to leave their animals behind. With West City destroyed and all of our heroes dead, Piccolo is free to rule over this planet. As he promised, law enforcement is disbanded, and his citizens are free to go out, steal, and murder as they please, which plunges the world into chaos, exactly as Piccolo wanted. He builds himself a new castle and sits there in absolute triumph. The rest of his demons are searching for the remaining contestants for the World Tournament, that way he can be rid of the Mafuba forever. Though, there's just one more person out there he is afraid of. That being Kami. Kami didn't come down last time and try and stop him, but he's had decades to try and figure out a way to kill him. He bets he even learned the Mafuba in this time to seal him away again. He needs to find a way to get rid of Kami, but how is he going to do that without killing him? If Kami dies, he'll die too, so he needs to find the best way to take him down. The only way to do that is by training. If he trains himself up hard enough, he may be able to take down Kami and Popo. That way, he can rule this whole planet and not worry about anything ever again. Piccolo spars with the strongest demons he can produce, and begins to practice his skills in the Mafuba. Luckily, with Eternal Youth at his side, and having an extremely high battle power, if he manages to use the Mafuba, he'll definitely live. So, nothing to worry about there. Piccolo continues his training for many months, and in this time is surprised that Kami never came down at all to stop him. What is that old man playing at? No matter. He should be more than powerful enough now to deal with him. Piccolo takes his army up to Kami's lookout, where he encounters both Kami and Popo there waiting for him. Piccolo mocks Kami, saying that he made a big mistake just sitting up here and watching his world burn. Kami tells Piccolo that he knows he can't beat him. In regaining his youth, he has closed the gap in their power, and with his training, exceeded it. So, he can't beat him on his own. Piccolo laughs again, asking if Popo is going to be his backup, and Kami says nope, this one is. Garlic Jr. appears and punches Piccolo right in the gut, then slamming on the back of his head and sending him flying towards the lookout. Piccolo sits up and looks at Garlic Jr., telling him it's been quite a long time, and if he enjoyed his stay in the Dead Zone. Garlic Jr. lands and opens up a portal to set Dead Zone behind them, attempting to suck all of Piccolo's demons inside. The demons are far stronger than that though, and can fly back towards Garlic Jr. to stop him from killing their father. The Spice Boys show up to hold them off as well, and Piccolo powers up, ready for the second face-off against Junior. You see, Kami knew he couldn't defeat Piccolo on his own, so he had to resort to the only other person strong enough here to take him down. So, he took out Garlic's reincarnation, Garlic Jr., out of the Dead Zone and convinced him to help. He then told him that to take back the world, they first need to kill Piccolo, which is a win-win situation since if Piccolo dies, Kami will die too. Garlic Jr. jumped at that opportunity and agreed to help. Garlic Jr. battles Piccolo in his transformed state, and since him transformed is more than enough for both Saiyan Saga, Goku, and Piccolo, King Piccolo here isn't going to be winning any blows. Piccolo is beaten around while his demons try to hold off Garlic's Spice Boys, and while they manage to gang up and kill a couple, more demons are going down than what Piccolo would like. Garlic Jr. says he's disappointed by Piccolo's performance. He's supposed to be the Demon King, but he's just a worthless slug. Piccolo has had enough of this embarrassment, and fires his Mafuba right at Junior to trap him and attempt to seal him away. Garlic is trapped in a Mafuba, unable to move, and screams as he's being twisted and twirled around. Kami foresaw this moment, and fired a Mafuba of his own at Piccolo to trap him when he's distracted. Piccolo is then the one to be twirled and twisted by the Mafuba, and Garlic Jr. is freed. Garlic Jr. laughs as he looks at how helpless Kami is at the moment in holding off his evil half. He can't just let this moment go, and uses his might to knock Kami off balance and force both Kami and Piccolo to go flying into the dead zone. Kami curses Garlic Jr. as he and Piccolo are both sucked into the dead zone, and Garlic laughs maniacally on the lookout. Kami and Piccolo are trapped in this hellish dimension with no way out in sight. Piccolo screams at Kami for getting him into this, as he would have just trapped him in a bottle and not some nightmare dimension to be tortured forever. They need to both find a way to get out of here, since they can't leave one to die, as the other will die as well. Kami tells Piccolo that there is no way out of here, as he can only undo the seal from the outside with the right incantation. He's afraid they're stuck in there forever. Piccolo isn't going to accept that. He's come so far by now, and won't give up control of the Earth to a loser they defeated centuries back. There is only one way they can get out of here, and that is by fusing. Kami says absolutely not, as he'd rather die than ever become one with him again. Piccolo says he feels the exact same way, and it disgusts him to even think about the matter. Though, he wants to live, and he knows Kami wants to live too. Think about it this way. Garlic Jr. will take over the planet with a black water mist, and make everybody his mindless slaves and transform them into demons. The people of Earth were in much better shape with him as ruler, as he doesn't just go around turning people into demons. Humanity will suffer a much worse fate with Garlic Jr. as the ruler than him, and if Kami doesn't fuse with him right here and now, they'll both die, and the humans Kami loves so much will suffer a fate worse than death. Kami grits his teeth. He can't just let the people of Earth down, as he's the one who unleashed Garlic Jr. in the first place, and he won't let his mistake kill billions. As much as he hates Piccolo, he has to do this to escape. Piccolo and Kami place each other's hands on their chests, and power up, merging once more into the nameless Namekian. Though this time, Piccolo is most of the evil control of his body. Piccolo powers up to his fullest potential, and cracks open the dead zone with one gigantic scream. Garlic Jr. looks up in shock at Piccolo coming out of the dead zone, and goes to block his attack. Piccolo lands, and with a swift kick, kicks Garlic Jr. in half, closing the dead zone itself with his death. The Spice Boys try and stop Piccolo, but with a simple flick of his finger, they're all killed as well. Piccolo laughs in triumph once again, and at his amazing new abilities and power. He's mostly Piccolo since Piccolo was a stronger body. Even though he is part Kami, he is Piccolo's motivations more than anything. With the attack from Garlic Jr. thwarted, Popo is left there, not knowing what to do now. Piccolo wants to kill him, but the Kami inside of him prevents this, and he just uses the Mafuba to seal him away. With the entire lookout available for his new castle, Piccolo also has access to the hyperbolic time chamber, and if he ever needs it to increase his power, he'll take it. Piccolo once again takes control of the planet, more deadly than he ever has been before, now that he is one. After a few more years of ruling, a visitor from space arrives on the planet, Raditz. Raditz is here to look for his brother and thinks he did a pretty good job due to, most of the planet being a huge wreck. He uses his scouter to try and find a being with the largest energy on the planet, and once he finds it, his scouter explodes. Raditz is in complete shock. There's no way. How did Kakarot get this powerful? It must be a malfunction in the scouter. Raditz flies up to where he detected the energy and arrives at the lookout to meet the Demon King himself, Piccolo. Raditz demands Piccolo explain how a Namekian is so powerful, and where his brother is. Piccolo is confused by the stranger. A Namekian? Is that what he is? And who's Kakarot, that Goku brat he killed almost 10 years ago? Well, if this guy's related to him, he's certainly not going to be a strong opponent. Piccolo demands Raditz leave the sanctuary now, as he's bothering him. Raditz powers up, saying a filthy Namekian isn't going to be giving him orders, and he barrels right at him. Raditz punches Piccolo straight in the head, and leaves no damage at all. Raditz backs up in disbelief. He tanked his most powerful punch? How? Raditz attacks Piccolo some more, not leaving any marks or even any tears in his clothes. Piccolo sticks out his hand and grabs Raditz by the neck, squeezing it, attempting to pop it off so he can leave him be. Raditz struggles, and once he realizes he's not going to be getting out of this one, he tells Piccolo there will be 2 more of his kind coming here in a year to avenge him. Piccolo asks if that's so, and he hopes that these 2 will be more of a challenge than him. Piccolo snaps Raditz's neck and throws him to the ground. Piccolo stands up and stretches. 2 more of these guys, huh? This one was nothing, but clearly a force to be reckoned with. If he never fused with Kami, who knows how that encounter with him would have gone. Now, a potential challenge after all these years? He's getting excited. And that's what we're going to be leaving this episode for right now. Yeah, I know, this one's going to be a multi-parter. King Piccolo is just too good of a villain to leave just one episode for, so this one's going to be made into a series. Not going to continue right away since I want to have more episodes for the rest of the villains, but it'll return soon, so don't worry. The next episode of this special, we're going to be skipping Piccolo Jr., since I have a what if in the future that involves something like that coming up, and don't want to use all the ideas twice, you know? Next time we're going to be exploring what if Vegeta won in the Saiyan Saga. So, if you want to see that, make sure to like this video and subscribe, that way you don't miss it. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later! Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the video, but guess what? I'm moving up in the world of sponsorships. This video is sponsored by Fandomian, who sells some really cool anime and manga merch, and a bunch of other cool merch for some pretty cool prices. If you want to get some cool outfits and a bunch of other stuff for an even lower price, then make sure to click the link in the description down below and put a discount code DAMON for 5% off your order. Again, that's code DAMON for 5% off of your order. Hopefully, you won't regret your purchases. Now let's get back to the video.